Headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.
Let's traverse the globe, traverse the planet and go all the way down under to Australia to talk to the Independent's redoubtable travel editor, Simon Calder. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or whatever it is for you there, Simon.
Kevin, great to talk to you. And as I speak, I'm walking back to my hotel after a lovely night out in Sydney. But my quest to find fellow travellers who decided that now is absolutely the perfect time to come to Australia, because after 2 years, they have finally opened up to people from the UK if they've been fully vaccinated, if they've had a COVID test, and if they don't want to go to Western Australia. But I haven't found any other tourists. I'm the only one who clearly kind of got the email, or at least was able at a couple of weeks' notice to hop on a plane and come out here. Apart from the onerous restrictions, Kevin, it's a really easy journey if you don't mind spending 24 hours on a plane with a mask on for the whole time. And to be fair, when I arrived, excuse me, that's an ambulance just going past. When I arrived here, there was a huge welcome put on by the Sydney tourism authorities. Everyone was given a free koala cuddly toy, jars of a well-known yeast extract
Vegemite
product. That'll be the one. And told, well, thanks so much for coming back. And the whole idea is, and indeed, interestingly, today the tourism minister has been speaking in Australia and saying, oh, it's all great, everyone's coming back. That is absolutely not the case. Brits are being slow at coming back. And furthermore, the Chinese, the New Zealanders, who are actually ahead of us in terms of being important visitors to Australia, well, they're not going anywhere at the moment. So it's pretty glum for the Australian tourism industry. Things have improved a bit. But crikey, travel remains, I think, still for the bold and the desperate.
Well, so it's just the beginning of winter over there, so this would not be the high season for tourism anyway. The plane that you were on, Simon, was that full up?
No, it certainly wasn't. So I bought my ticket the day before I came out here. So on Friday I bought it. I flew out on Saturday. I've travelled on Japan Airlines, and I did that because it's so complicated these days. Not only do you have to cope with the incredible bureaucracy for getting into Australia, you then need to work out, okay, so I'm going to change planes somewhere, unless I want to buy the really expensive Qantas flight. Where can I change planes where I won't get into all sorts of other palaver? And Japan was the answer. It was quite straightforward. They check all your papers at London Heathrow Airport really, really assiduously. If you pass that test, then actually you're all right. When you're changing planes in Tokyo, they don't even ask. And then coming in this morning to Sydney Airport, it was just extraordinary. I thought, OK, well, they're obviously going to have all the border force out and checking everybody. In fact, they've got an automated kiosk. I put my passport in and they said, OK, in you come, pal. Somebody sort of half-heartedly said, oh, have you got a vaccination certificate? I was halfway through getting my NHS certificate out of the voluminous envelope and stuff, and he said, oh, it's all right, and you come.
Really?
And that was it.
Really?
Yes.
That's extraordinary.
But you can't go to Western Australia. Yeah, it's fine going to New South Wales and other parts of this fine country, but not the biggest state, Western Australia. They say you can't come in unless, until the 2nd of March. And so plans for a big sort of restart haven't quite worked out as you might think.
But how have you felt? You haven't been there that long, but you've been on that night on the town, as you just explained. You're just going back now. So you've encountered a few Australians. They have felt able to relax their restrictions, partly because Omicron has had the same effect there as it has everywhere else. And secondly, they've had a very successful vaccine rollout program as well. So they seem ready to reintegrate with the world. How have you found the Australians? They must be very pleased to be re-entering the human race.
Yes, I mean, since November, Australians have been allowed to leave. Bear in mind that, my goodness, they made it tricky for their own citizens. They were saying, right, you are not allowed to come back into the country, even if you're an Australian, because we can't trust that you've been properly looked after, and so therefore we are going to insist that you you go into quarantine, either hotel quarantine, or we might put you in a mining camp, which will obviously improve things for a couple of weeks, and then we'll let you in. So yes, suddenly switching from everybody keep out, including Australians, to you're all very welcome. That's a bit of a kind of handbrake turn, I think, that they're trying to make there, and I'm not sure how many people are convinced.
Well, Simon, enjoy your holiday down there, or you're working, of course. Enjoy your period in Australia. We'll get back to you very soon.
Good talk.
Hot talk. Bold talk. Talk radio.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Watch it live on your smart TV.
The world headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.